Okay, so I'm Sasha Denton, and I'm a teacher at Cooper and Jordan Primary School in Walsall.
How did the school end up creating the outdoor space that you have at the moment?
So when I started, I really felt God was calling me to do something on the playground. I wasn't sure what. It took me a bit of exploring and a long time praying and finding out. And then just as things were opening back up and I was able to come back into school, they had kind of an outdoor area with a bench and things, and they were looking at developing that, putting walls around it and a roof, but still keeping it outside, but so that we could be out there if it is raining a bit and things. And when I found out about that, I kind of jumped and ran to the head and was like, I want that for the prayer space area. I think a prayer garden is just what the school needs. It's in the middle of, you know, the Key Stage 2 and the Key Stage 1 playground, so more children can access it. It's visible. I think when things aren't visible, they're not always used to their potential. So the prayer space is open 4 lunch times a week, and because it's very popular, we assign it to a couple of year groups each day so it doesn't get too busy, and there's space for the children to come in and, you know, have space to do the activities but also to talk and pray and explore. When they go in, there's a activity which is planned each week, and that runs for the whole week. And the children can access that, and there's an adult in there who will facilitate and talk it through. But it's also a space for children if they want to come in and, you know, have a bit of quiet time, explore. And it's also a space where they can just come and chat to somebody else if they've got anything in particular happening in their life. You know, the adult that's in there is very happy to pray with them and talk with them.
So who are the people that help to run this 4 days a week?
So before I became a teacher here, then I was one of those people. But we're really, really fortunate that we've got a parish, a few churches in the parish, and our children's families workers who are amazing. They come in and they run it for us, and it's really nice for, you know, the church to be involved heavily with the school. We're our church school. But it's lovely to have those links. Some of the children go to their churches, so they love having somebody from their church coming in. And also they just like talking to people who aren't teachers.
Have you got any favourite moments or stories from seeing that prayer space in use that really stick with you?
Just some of the conversations we've had. Some of them are just really fun. Some of them are really deep, and some children, you know, the last few years have been really tricky for a lot of people, let alone our children, and just having that space for them to come and, you know, just really explore everything that's happened, their feelings, their experiences. You know, I've had some really deep conversations with some of the children, you know, really working through their emotions and understanding everything that's happened to them. But we've also had a lot of fun as well. They, you know, I think one of their favourites is when we get the Play-Doh out. So we've used the Play-Doh for, you know, thankful Play-Doh, where they make things they want to say thank you for. And every time they see them, they get excited. And you'll get a Year 6 pupil who thinks they're the coolest person in the school. The moment you crack out that Play-Doh, they are away creating the best creation, the thing that they want to say thank you for the most. They are in their element, and you know, just seeing that joy has been really great.
Now, you've also done some other prayer-related things around the playground. Just tell me about the umbrella.
Yeah, so when the children were still in bubbles because of COVID, they couldn't all come to the prayer garden because they couldn't mix. So I had to get a little bit inventive. So I jumped on Amazon and bought a rainbow umbrella. And I put it up and I walked around the playground with my umbrella of hope, because obviously in the pandemic the rainbow was that symbol of hope, and I just walked around with that, with a box of pens and a box of luggage tags, and just the children flocked over to me to see what on earth I was doing with this big rainbow umbrella while it was nice and sunny. And yeah, they just wrote down their prayers and their thoughts of hope for the near future, and I tied it into the umbrella and just walked around with my umbrella of hope prayers everywhere. And the children really responded well to it, and it was much needed at the time.
What are your sort of hopes for how the outdoor prayer space might develop? Have you got some dreams or hopes about?
Yes, I want it to, continue. At the moment, we're looking at, we've got a Year 6 worship team, and they're becoming more involved in the running of the prayer space. We're always going to have adults there. It's not something that can be run by children. But we've got a fantastic worship team leader. She's kind of my right-hand lady. She, comes along every week and she has a look through. I've made a box of resources to really support my volunteers. So she comes along and has a look through and chooses the best prayer activity for that week, and she's responsible for going and taking it over. And we have some of the children helping out. So I think that's something I'd really like to do, have the children take on a lot more development of it, because ultimately it's their prayer space. So I'd like them to, help see where it goes as well for them.